1. Banking reforms, Indradhanush set to get bigger and better. GS Paper 3, Indian Economy, Banking. Why is it in news recently? The government is mulling Indradhanush 2, expanding the scope of banking reforms to get rid of bad loans, manage risks better, bring millions of unbanked and underbanked people into the fold. What are the key focus areas under Indradhanush 2? Indradhanush 2 is likely to chart out the process for resolution of non-performing assets, NPAs. Risk management, financial inclusion, expansion of digital banking, credit growth and use of modern technology are among the areas that are likely find a mention in Indradhanush 2. Further push to restructurings, as well as M&As. Creation of Bank Investment Company, BIC, a holding company for PSPs. What is Indradhanush? Indradhanush, a seven-pronged strategy to revamp functioning of PSPs launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led government in August last year. It was aimed to revamp functioning of PSPs through professional appointments, creation of Banks Board Bureau, BBB, recapitalization, distressing, empowerment, accountability, and governance reforms. What Indradhanush has achieved so far? Appointments. Managing directors and non-executive chairman of 5 PSPs appointed. Banks Board Bureau. BBB begins functioning from April 1, with ex-CAG Vinod Rai as chairman. To come up with mechanism for resolution of NPAs. Capitalization. Rs 25,000 crore allocated to PSPs in FY16. Additional Rs 25,000 crore to be infused in FY17, followed by Rs 10,000 crore each in FY18 and FY19. FM Arun Jaitley has promised additional capital allocation, if needed. Distressing PSPs. Imposed anti-dumping duty and minimum import price on steel. Launched today to bail out power discoms. Action on textiles and further action on steel being planned. Consolidation. SBI has proposed to merge with its 5 associate banks and the Bharatiya Mahila Bank. 2. India likely to enter missile technology control regime this week. GS Paper 2, Global Groupings and Agreements Involving India. Why is it in news recently? India is likely to enter the Missile Technology Control (MTCR) regime this week. The major breakthrough comes days after India announced that it is subscribing to the Hague Code of Conduct Against Ballistic Missile Proliferation, which is considered to be complementary to the Missile Technology Control Regime, MTCR. India had applied for its membership last year, but it was facing strong opposition from a few member countries of the MTCR where decisions are based on consensus. But now the Obama administration has strongly backed India's membership into MTCR and 3 other export control regime, Australia Group, Nuclear Suppliers Group and the Wassenaar Arrangement. Significance of MTCR to India. India's inclusion to MTCR will boost the country's efforts to purchase Predator drones from the US and export its high-tech missiles to friendly nations. After MTCR's announcement, India and the US are expected to fast-track their discussion on sale of Predator series of unmanned aircraft for the Indian military. If India does get entry into MTCR, It will be first of the 4 export regimes that India aims to join in order to remove restrictions on high-technology trade. Intended nationally determined contributions envisages that 40% of our power generation capacity by 2030 would be non-fossil fuel. If 40% is non-fossil fuel, obviously a substantial part of it would be nuclear. About the Missile Technology Control Regime. The Missile Technology Control Regime is an informal and voluntary association of countries which share the goals of non-proliferation of unmanned delivery systems capable of delivering weapons of mass destruction. It seeks to coordinate national export licensing efforts aimed at preventing their proliferation. The MTCR was initiated partly in response to the increasing proliferation of weapons of mass destruction, WMD, that is, nuclear, chemical and biological weapons. The MTCR regime urges its 34 members, which include most of the world's key missile manufacturers, to restrict their exports of missiles and related technologies capable of carrying a 500 kg payload at least 300 km or delivering any type of weapon of mass destruction.